Hello, my name is Maëlle Kolebke and I'm 28 years old. I arrived in South Korea in November 2019 to work at the cultural service of the French Embassy in Korea, where I'm still working as a project manager of the literature and debate section. 저는 어릴 때부터 한국에 대해서 관심이 많았어요. 2년 전에 베를린 영화 제작 회사에서 있었을 때 지금 일하고 있는 회사에서 기회를 찾아서 일을 시작하게 됐어요. 지금 일하는 것에서 가장 기억나는 건 한국 출판 시장의 유튜브 영상 제작 그리고 프랑스 도서전이 가장 기억이 남아요. 제가 생각하는 한국의 가장 큰 장점은 문화라고 생각해요. 한국의 영화, 웹툰, 도서 등은 창조적이고 역동적인 산업이라고 생각하고 있어요. 그 안에서 제가 유럽과 한국의 문화적 가교 역할을 하고 싶어서 한국에 남아서 일을 계속 하고 싶어요. 지금까지 제 얘기를 들어주셔서 감사합니다.
안녕하세요. Hello, my name is Mathieu Losson. I arrived in Korea 1 year ago and I'm working for Renault Samsung Motors, the Korean-French car manufacturer. I am currently in charge of after-sales marketing for Renault Samsung Motors, and my great team and I have in charge of taking care of the customer in after-sales and also to develop the business of the Renault Group in this area on the Korean market. Korea is a quite specific market when we come to automotive. They have specificities, but the biggest one is that the Korean customers are very demanding, especially when we are talking about service. So this requires a lot of investment, personal investment, and to be always at your best in order to provide the requirements needed by customers. This requires adaptation and quick learning, and for sure this experience will be very beneficial for me in the future. For me, the biggest asset of Korea is its capacity to define from a political point of view a collective goal to set up a course and a direction for the population. And then the ability that Korea as a country, but also all the companies have to achieve the goals that have been set up. And as a young daddy, living in Korea is really a great experience because a lot of things here are thought for young parents. There are lots of playgrounds everywhere. There are also the famous kids cafe, and you even have hotels dedicated to the wellness of small babies. So that's really a great experience that we can enjoy here in Korea as young parents.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 에바게스나와입니다. 프랑스 독일에서 법학과를 전공했고 서울대학교 교환학생으로 한국에 오기로 결정했습니다. I came to Korea because while remaining true to its traditions, Korean culture to me is modern, dynamic, warmer and more open-minded than the culture of its neighbors. In addition, because of Asia's economic competitiveness, I wanted to give an Asian dimension to my career, and Korea seemed the ideal place to do so. I'm currently working as an intern at the Korean law firm Kim & Chang, where I help to advise and support French and German companies operating their business in Korea. This experience strengthens my wish to come back and work as a legal advisor in Korea once I pass the bar exam in France. Due to the attractiveness of Korea, I also have noticed that my academic and professional experiences in the country give me a significant advantage on the French and European job market. For me, the main advantages of Korea are the good organization, the dynamism, the comfort, the security of life, but also the kindness and hospitality of Korean people. I remember one afternoon when I was taking the subway with a friend, she dropped her phone in the slot between the platform and the train. When we went to the information center, they told us to come back on the next day at 8 a.m. sharp. I honestly had little hope for my friend at first, but when we arrived on the next day, I was amazed how the employees of the subway company got her phone back so fast. At that moment, I told myself that Korean society and its people are very trustworthy and always find solutions to get things done efficiently for the benefit of their users. Thanks to its popularity, I think that Korea, and especially Seoul, has become the place to be for many young French people today. Thank you. 감사합니다.